Hogwarts Legacy has taken the world by storm, unsurprisingly selling out on Amazon and topping the charts in multiple categories. Clearly this is a 1 out of 10 game and everyone is just too busy having fun to notice. Hogwarts Legacy is a truly massive experience in every regard, and because of this, there are many mistakes people make or mechanics they don't realize exist. This video will highlight what you should know before getting too deep into Hogwarts. Let's begin. Contained in your field guide are multiple useful things, like controlling your talents and tracking your challenges. However, one part of the collections tab that is often overlooked is information on the enemies you face. A tiny bit of light reading will reveal their weaknesses. For example, toads can be Leviosa'd while they're preparing to tongue you, which pulls them up by said tongue and dangles them in the air. A little bit of experimenting at this point will reveal that if you cast Diffindo right after, you'll cut the toad's tongue clean off, instantly killing the creature. There are a ton of combos like this in the game that make dispatching particular enemies a cakewalk. Especially handy if you're playing on hard, as the game really does have a bit of challenge to it. If you're finding yourself getting a little bit annoyed having to remap spells, don't forget to unlock spell slots in your talents. What I, and most likely everyone is guilty of, is that as soon as we're able, we explore the hell out of the castle and check out all the secrets it has to offer. I mean, the draw is inescapable. For example, you're on the way to a side mission and you see a glowing box next to you with numbers on it. How do you resist checking it out? But the only problem is, you walk closer and cast Revelio, and now you see more glowing objects in the distance. You end up doing laps of the castle with a bounce in your step, wondering if Harry, Hermione and Ron got as lost as you're getting. Well, not Hermione. Now, I don't want to tell you how to play. You've got to do what makes you happy and brings you the most amount of fun, but I'll make a strong suggestion to fight the urge to explore. Why? Because you aren't given all the tools you need to handle the puzzles that you will find and unlock the doors that you see right away. A lot of the puzzles don't leave an icon on your map to let you know you found them. So you may, for example, find a puzzle that requires a spell to slow time, but you haven't unlocked Arresto Momentum yet. Also, you find plenty of doors that require Aloha Mora to open. The best thing to do is wait until you unlock Aloha Mora, then do your exploring around the castle and Hogsmeade. Around this stage, you'll have all the spells you need, and you'll be forced to start exploring for moons in order to unlock the next stages of Aloha Mora. Essentially, this quest forces you into exploring and is the perfect point to start solving those puzzles. However, there is one caveat. I just want to say that don't go out of your way to collect house tokens and solve all the puzzles, as usually they only yield cosmetic rewards. The house token in particular you shouldn't strain yourself in finding if you expect a reward that will make you more powerful. That's all I'll say. Hogwarts Legacy is a massive game in both the size of the play area and the time it'll take to complete, the latter becoming noticeable when it comes to the pacing you unlock mechanics. I was 15 hours in before I unlocked the ability to upgrade and modify my gear, for example. Focus on the Golden Path missions for the first 10 hours at least, which are the gold colored mission icons. If you make a beeline straight through the main objectives, picking up all the spells you can along the way, it will take a decent amount of time to get to the moon collecting side mission from the groundskeeper, which unlocks Aloha Mora. Thankfully, in the mission log, it'll tell you the reward, so keep an eye out. Now this next point is as essential as it gets. Make sure you understand that just because a piece of gear is equipped, it doesn't mean you're stuck with the way it looks. We've all found that gear piece that's an upgrade stat-wise, but isn't visually. A dopey looking hat that takes your badass wizard or witch to joke status. You can't be walking around Hogwarts like that looking like an idiot. So, when highlighting a piece of gear, press the button showed at the bottom of the screen to change the visual representation. I spent most of my playthrough in a simple but classy shirt plus vest combo with no silly masks, hats or scarves. As you progress, you unlock more and more visual options, so don't feel at all locked into the visuals of the gear that gives the best stats. Always be casting your Revelio while you move around. It even works while you're flying. It reveals everything collectible or interactable and will make solving puzzles much easier. That's it. Always be Revelioing. Very early on, you'll see the limitations of your inventory space. The collectors among us, myself included, will want to loot everything they see. If they do so, they'll quickly see that we have very limited 20 capacity for holding gear, requiring you to take a quick trip to Hogsmeade to sell more often than you'd like. To combat this, progress through the story until you run into your first Merlin trial. They're represented by leaf icons on the map. Completing these trials will progress you through the inventory space unlocks. Make sure you open up your field guide and collect the challenge rewards within in order to expand your capacity. You may even find you've unlocked a few cosmetics and items through completing other challenges. It goes without question that you'll be much more powerful if you learn the Unforgivable curses. They break through any colored Protego, and once you've gotten the required talents, you can kill multiple linked enemies instantly with Avada Kedavra. Learning these curses has implications, so choose early on if you want to be that kind of wizard or witch and stick to it. If you turn down learning Crucio when the option comes up in the main story Golden Path, you can visit Sebastian later in the Undercroft to change your mind. But it doesn't have the same gravitas in the story if you do it this way. The currency in Hogwarts Legacy is given out very sparingly. I pick up absolutely everything I can, sell all the gear I find, and do all the side content, and I still barely have enough to purchase what I want. So with that being said, make sure you only spend your money on what you need. Most plants can be grown, most potions can be made. Make a choice early on once you've tried all the combat plants and potions which you'll be using, and once you unlock the Room of Requirement, only buy the seeds required to make or grow those and stick with them. This will save you from wasting your money. Also, you'll need to buy the spells to conjure potions and potting tables. Only purchase the largest potting tables out of the small, medium and large varieties, and only the T-shaped potions table. You have a limited amount you can place in your room, but a table with one small pot takes up the same budget as a table with 5 small pots. Plan accordingly, because spending thousands on conjures you won't be using will just waste your money and waste your space. So thanks to everyone for watching. I'm hoping these tips helped you and hopefully you're enjoying the game. If you could help me out with some likes and let me know below if you have any tips, I'll cast the thank you charm and put out some more advanced guides very soon. So keep an eye out. Ciao friends.